featured on the Taylor Show is intended for entertainment purposes only. All stories discussed herein are based on alleged events and personal opinions. Nothing shared should be taken as fact or professional advice. Any viewpoints expressed are solely those of host and do not represent any business or organizations.
Hello and welcome back to the Taylor Show. I'm your host, you guessed it. I'm Taylor Brooke, and today we are back with Dave Cruz. Welcome back to the podcast.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
It is so exciting, and I'm about to tell you why. I'm gonna announce something very special right now.
Should I be nervous? I feel like I should be nervous. I did wear my fancy shirt.
You did wear your fancy shirt.
And my fancy hat.
Now, there's something we need to talk about, and it's this magazine right here, Mainline Today.
Okay. Were we talking about pasta?
We're not. It's not about the pasta. It's not about the pasta.
It's not about the pasta!
What if I was like, let me just read this for a little bit? Under the power of the pod, we're mentioned.
No
There is
way.
a Taylor
Give it to me.
show mentioned.
Give it to me.
Yep.
Holy crap.
So Mainline Today. Thank you very much to Gina Lizzo.
A must-hear playlist. Holy crap. Can I read what it says?
Yeah, totally.
I'm so old I have to hold it.
Yeah, you gotta.
All right. Taylor Show. This witty pod covers everything from pop culture and new trends to interviews with local personalities, all hosted by Glenn Mills, Taylor Brooke.
Woohoo! So it's a small mention, but we're making press.
Congratulations.
We're making local press.
Yeah, and we're right next to internationally renowned tenor Mark Forrest. He's going to have a St. Patrick's Day concert coming up at Villa Maria House of Study, Sacred Heart Chapel. So that's big news too.
That's really
exciting.
big news.
Gotta
Wow.
get him on the show.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I read this. The Irish music concert. So I went to my local Wegmans yesterday and I was like going through the magazines like an annoying person does. Like anytime I mention an Us Weekly, I'm that one that's like buying a billion of them.
Yeah.
And yesterday I wanted to like check out and be like, yo, it's me in here. But I didn't.
What I'm surprised you haven't done, because I've the very few times a year I venture onto TikTok. Again, like I think I told you before, when I open it up, it's either you or Stephen Colbert. It's
I
the
love
first thing
that.
that pops up. So you do have a thing where, is it, I can't remember if it's you and your sister or you and your friend will go to stores and you'll put Taylor Swift's stuff everywhere. You'll reorganize.
Yep, me and Rainier do that.
Rainier. Yeah.
Yep, we do that very frequently.
So I'm surprised you didn't do that, like open it up to that page.
I didn't
and
even
just put them
think
everywhere.
of that. I should. I obviously care about Taylor Swift's career more than my
than
own.
yours.
I'm very involved. But yeah, I was excited to see that. Thank you all for listening. I'm glad we have listeners on the main line, you know?
That is very cool.
I know, very cool. I saw that like Best of Delaware, Best of Pennsylvania, Best of Mainline came out today. Were
Okay.
you nominated? No.
No.
Okay, I have something like really controversial to say about those.
Okay.
I don't know anybody. Like, don't you think if you were going to be nominated for an award, people would know who you are?
Yeah.
I couldn't, like, you were talking about the SAG Awards, how like you're voting and going through that and you're watching the stuff that you have to vote on. I just have never heard of any of these people.
No.
Any of them. I mean, I know Cecily Tynan. Okay.
Right.
Yes, I voted for her today.
But other than that, you would think everybody would be a household
Everybody
name.
would be on there, yeah. Or
Right.
like Adam Joseph recognized his name. I don't just only watch 6 ABC Action News.
Karen Rogers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was odd. It was like, do you pay to get in this? But I don't know.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they do. It's like the Marquee Who's Who.
Yeah.
It's like you have to pay to actually be in Marquee's Who's Who.
Now you're in. How do you get on the cover? What do you think you have to pay for that?
Sex, probably.
Yeah.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Is that why there's a meatball on the cover?
Well, we were talking about pasta.
You ever have sex with meatballs? Never mind. That's,
Okay,
I don't-
moving on.
I'm gonna text you. Keep talking. I'm gonna text you something that we're gonna talk about in a minute.
Okay, wow, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Skies Are Blue. They have sent me a good amount of clothes for this winter season, and this is the jacket that I'm wearing right now.
They gave you a jacket?
Yeah, they did. Isn't this cute?
That's very nice.
It's like really warm. It's like wool. But yeah, Skies Are Blue. I will link them in the description of this episode. Also, I apologize to anyone that's watching this on YouTube or perhaps Spotify because my nails aren't done. That's tragic.
That was the first thing I noticed.
It's the first thing my father notices. Like, I was up at his office yesterday and he was like, "Oh, you didn't care enough to get your nails done?" I was like, "Are you paying
Your dad
for
noticed
it?"
that?
Yeah.
I think that's something your mom would notice. Does your dad get his nails done?
No, not to my knowledge. Unless, like, this is his new thing. Perhaps he's getting a nice little manicure. I can't see that.
Did you get it? Can you open it
Oh,
up?
yeah. A PDF.
Yeah. Open it up. Ready? Okay, so I went on ChatGPT and I told ChatGPT to write a podcast episode where Dave Cruz interviews Taylor Brook. Cut. All right, ChatGPT, write an episode of the Taylor podcast with host Taylor Brook, guest Dave Cruz, and the topic is sex. Episode title, let's talk about the S word. No, not spreadsheet.
Okay. Yeah. Hello. Should I go?
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to Taylor, the podcast where we talk about everything 3 times until it makes sense. I'm your host. I'm Taylor Brook, emotionally hydrated, mentally curious, and spiritually avoiding my email inbox. And today's topic is sex, or as my mom calls it, are you eating enough vegetables? And joining me today is a very funny human, a man who once described himself as casually confused but optimistic, the one and only Dave Cruz.
Thank you, Taylor. I'm thrilled to be here, nervous to be here, and already regretting telling my parents I was, quote, doing a podcast thing.
Same. I told my parents I host a podcast, and my dad said, that's nice, but what do you do?
Devastating. Truly devastating.
Okay, let's start gently. Sex is a thing that everyone knows exists, yet we all pretend we learned about it by accident.
Absolutely. Nobody's like, I received a clear PowerPoint presentation and felt emotionally supported.
No, it's always, I learned from a friend who heard it from a cousin who definitely lied.
Or from a movie where everything is candlelit and everyone has perfect timing and nobody's like, wait, cramp, pause, hydrate.
Hydration is the real unsung hero of intimacy.
I feel like when you're younger, sex is portrayed as this life-altering cinematic event.
Yeah, right. Fireworks, a soundtrack, maybe a slow pan to the window.
And then in real life, it's like, is that your knee or my elbow? Why is the dog making eye contact?
Why are they always watching?
Judgmental. Absolutely judgmental.
And nobody talks enough about the logistics. Like, romance is great, but so is a clear plan and a breathable fabric.
True.
All right, so here's the hot take. The sexiest thing is communication.
Nothing gets me going like a respectful check-in.
Exactly. Are you comfortable? Yes. Cool. Carry on. That, my friends, is intimacy.
Also, admitting you don't know what you're doing is powerful.
Truly, confidence is nice, but honesty, that's hotter. We're all just pressing buttons, hoping that something good happens.
I think awkward moments during sex are inevitable.
They're not bugs, they're features.
We should normalize laughing.
Yes, if you can't laugh together, you're taking it way too seriously. I mean, this is not a NASA launch.
Speak for yourself. I have a countdown.
Okay, so if we've learned anything today, it's that sex is normal. Talking about it shouldn't be terrifying, and water breaks are essential.
And if something feels weird, talk about it, preferably with words, not interpretive sighs.
Dave Cruz, thank you so much for bravely venturing into this topic with humor, honesty, and minimal oversharing.
Thank you for having me. I will now immediately overthink everything I've said.
That's the Taylor guarantee.
Isn't that perfect?
I am going to edit this like a sitcom. Like we have our own little show. So this is what ChatGPT thinks we should be talking about when we talk about sex.
Yeah. And it's fascinating. So I could put a bunch of things in there. One, just a regular one of you interviewing me, one of me interviewing you. And I'm reading it. I'm like, is this a transcript of what we've already said? Like, it's spot on.
It is spot on. I kind of like, and like.
AI is listening to your podcasts.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I make sure she does.
Yeah.
I make sure my ChatGPT does. No, but the fact where it was like we say things 3 times until we understand. Until it makes sense. Actually, I might steal that for the intro.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I liked that. I feel like maybe, Stephanie, she's been on the podcast a couple of times. She plans out each episode. Like she has binders. She comes over with binders. And like she'll almost plot out everything she says. And I'm like, I wish I had that much like
organization.
Organization to like sit down and do that. But maybe she ChatGPT's it.
Maybe she does. She did have an interesting question that or topic you mentioned with her, like the most embarrassing way to die. And I think she said being hit by a car.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be like getting hit by a train?
Yeah.
Because you know where they are. It's not the 1700s.
That's
right?
true. That's true. But I mean, I think if you get hit by a train, you want to get hit by a train. Like I always want to jump in front of a train just to like feel something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to feel something. Oh, you feel something.
Speaking of train wrecks, I have to tell you this, and I've
Yeah.
been dying to tell you this story for 24 hours.
What's her name?
And I almost like regrettably am telling you this not with Michelle because I feel like she has to know too
Okay.
because she was there.
I'm going to drink
So-
this spiked coffee while you tell me.
So cousin Michelle, hi, hello. I'm sorry I didn't tell you this first. I did almost send her a voice memo because I was like, this is so funny.
God, there's a lot of Crown Royal in this. Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, just hi listeners. If you are, new to the podcast, sometimes I drug Dave.
This is
And today I drugged Dave by giving him coffee, and he took a sip and he was like, "Oh, this isn't just coffee."
Although I also texted you at 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, that you were. Oh, yeah, you did say. Why were you drinking at 11 a.m.? Were you?
Yeah.
What'd you have? A mimosa.
Laying in my mattress on the floor. It was a mix of some Japanese whiskey that someone got me and then some orange juice in it.
Wait, Japanese whiskey from the swinger party? Wasn't that a whiskey night?
No, it wasn't from the
No,
swinger
it wasn't.
party.
Okay,
I
okay.
still haven't seen them since. Okay, so what are you going to tell me?
Okay, so recently we had all gone out. It was me, you, Michelle, and Nate. And this was the infamous story of Dave telling me that he has a friend and it wasn't really his friend, and now I'm working with her. But it was that night. So we had a couple drinks. We started talking to this guy that we were at dinner with.
Yes. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
Okay. I remember how we were making fun of his workout routine. And we were
Yeah.
like, does he really do this? We were at some random restaurant. It was this guy that we really don't know, but like I've heard of, etc. I find out yesterday he has a child, which we know. He has a child and a long-term girlfriend. They've been together about maybe 8 years. It's been like 6 to
Okay,
8
that's
years.
a long
They
time.
live together. He has been cheating on her for a year and a half with a seasonal host.
Weren't you a seasonal host?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he calling you? Dave's phone is ringing. It's this man.
It's my friend Scam Likely.
It's his legal team.
That would be great. Oh my.
So yeah,
Wow.
Isn't
well,
that-
how did you find out? I mean, you know people there.
I
so-
know people there.
Yeah.
Someone texted me and was like, go on Instagram. And I did. And she put screenshots out there of everything. Everything.
Wait, is that the hostess or is that the wife?
The wife.
Oh.
Of the Snapchat streak, of the Snapchat messages. She tagged him.
Do you know how she found out?
She went through his phone.
Well done.
Classic.
Don't put stuff in your phone if you don't want it to be found out, right?
Or like for a year and a half. A year and a half, you're able to keep that secret.
That's
And you both work
exhausting.
there? You both work there at the same restaurant.
The amazing thing to me is, so he's with one woman for 8 years,
Yeah.
which already is like 7.5 years longer than
Yeah.
you should be. And then he's got a whole nother part-time girl in
Yeah.
addition to the full-time woman.
And
It's exhausting.
you've seen this guy too. You know that
Yeah.
the seasonal host, because she's probably in college, she probably goes back to her college friends and is like, I'm hooking up with this super hot guy
Yeah.
back home. And then it's him. And you're like,
And like, oh,
who?
that's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. But I just had to tell you, his life is falling
That's
apart.
awful.
So you think we would feel bad about making fun of him that night, but that makes me feel even better about making fun of him.
Yeah, he's a complete douchebag.
What a weirdo.
Wow. Hope she
I was
takes him for
shocked.
everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not married, so can you?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can like sue for defamation.
She knows we drive. She can always stab his tires. Go through
And
a lot
that-
of tires.
That truck is the most important thing to that man. We do know that. Yeah, but you only do three.
Oh my God, that's
If-
fascinating.
Did you know that if you go to hurt someone's tires, only do 3 of them?
Why?
Because if you do 4, insurance covers it.
If you do 4, what?
Insurance will cover
But
it.
if you only /3, why do you know this? Jesus Christ.
I've done some weird things back in my day. Let me tell you.
Have you ever slashed someone's tire?
I've done a lot of weird things back in my day. Let me tell you. My friend Kennedy, and it's funny because anytime I tag her and stuff now, and I will keep her name in this because I'm so sick of her just deleting things because she has a real person job. Like
Okay.
she's very important in her work. And sometimes she's like, Taylor, you can't tell these stories. Like some of these things are so bad. And she texted
Yeah.
me like last week and was like, if our messages ever got out, like Blake Lively and Taylor Swift,
Oh, God,
what would
yeah.
happen to us? And I said, babe, I stand by everything I've ever said. It's you that has the career we have
Really?
to worry
Yeah,
about.
Yeah.
But-
isn't it kind of fun not having an adult job where you
I
can just
love
kind
that.
of, yeah.
I see why you do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, why you do SAG and why you're in movies and
Yeah.
just like hanging out. I would never want a Nate job. Nate like does real
Oh.
people work.
No, that seems awful.
And he has to like
have
have
to watch
meetings
what
with
you
his
say.
boss. Yeah, and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
bosses. No.
Bosses.
Did you, speaking of the boss woman, did you get an invite to Taylor's wedding? I heard the invites are going out. There's a lot of NDAs in there.
I know. I did hear about that.
So maybe you did get an invite. You're just not allowed to say.
I wish. But
Well,
it's
you're in this
also-
whole thing where you're scamming your way into relationships. Couldn't you just be maybe not get the invite, but be someone's plus one?
That would be incredible. If anyone has an invite to the wedding and you need a plus one, hi, I'm Taylor. I'm host of the Taylor show. I'll sign anything if it has to do with Taylor Swift. I wish. I think it's going to be such a small wedding is what I'm gathering. And I hope that it's like on a night that an award show is or something where everyone's somewhere else and it's just her like close group of like people.
Yeah.
I think too much about this for someone
You
who's,
do. When is it, the wedding?
I don't know, spring maybe, summer. But sometimes people like a long engagement, which I don't get.
How long were you engaged?
A year, about a year.
Is that about normal?
Yeah, that was about the time like we could get the country club.
Okay.
So I was like, okay.
I've never been engaged mainly because I hear the price of rings and I'm like, yeah, it's not going to happen. One friend of mine, he got, this was years ago, he got his girlfriend a ring and he named the ring Durango because they could have bought a Durango for that.
Shut
He wanted a Durango.
up.
Yeah. She was not happy that he kept calling it a Durango.
Have you ever been close to proposing?
No, I don't think so.
Every ex of yours is like, wow, no future. He
Well,
never-
number one, that would require me to know their name. So right there, 80% of the girls are gone.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bring it up. I posted it on Instagram today and I said, I'm talking with Dave Cruz. Send in some stories.
The baby's not
Ask
mine.
me some
The
questions.
baby is not mine.
The baby's his. If you think your baby looks like Dave, it's probably his child.
No babies are
okay?
this good looking.
Email bookings at taylorbrookmedia.com. We'll get you on the podcast. I was told to ask you from a friend of yours about a parking lot night. And not Parking Lot, the Grammy-nominated hit single by Taylor Brook, that you might have gotten caught doing something a little nefarious in a parking lot at one point in your life. Do you want to come clean and tell the audience about it?
I don't know. I've done a lot of stuff in parking lots.
It had to do with a woman.
Oh, okay. I got arrested once, but it didn't have to do with a woman in a parking lot.
Oh wait, okay. Let's circle back to that. You got arrested in a parking lot.
Fun.
Oh,
Yeah. Is it bad when the arrest story is not as good?
it's not as good as the other one.
No,
okay.
no. It was in college. You know those construction horses? They have like the blinky light on top. So me and my roommates had a dorm. We thought it'd be cool to have the blinky light in the dorm. So we stole one of those construction horses and we're pounding it in the parking lot at 3 a.m.
And then that's how you got arrested.
To try to so the cops came and I was under arrest.
I mean, you could have gotten
got
arrested for something like
fingerprinted?
really lame. Like that's kind of cool.
that
Like that
right?
was like government property and you were
Yeah,
fucking with
okay,
it.
yeah.
That's kind of badass. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. Okay, what about the girl?
I don't know which.
Allegedly, there was a girl in a parking lot and there's a story around it.
One of the last girls I went out with, we met on Hinge, I think, but I had known her previously.
Okay.
And the very first time we met up, we went to Xfinity Live because
Cute date spot.
Eric Church was playing,
Oh, okay.
and so we went to the Stone Radio. So got the tickets. Went
Yeah.
to Eric Church. Morgan Wallen made a surprise appearance, and then afterwards we went out to the parking lot and had sex in her Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Grand Cherokee.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What a classy
Well, you're
vehicle.
not in my little car.
Yeah, no.
No,
That's
there's
not
a
happening.
lot of you could do a lot of stuff in a Grand Cherokee.
Well, you know what's illegal,
Front seat,
right?
back seat. I think at one point she was in the front seat and I was in the back seat, and somehow we
God.
made stuff work.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Damn right it is.
Well, it's illegal. You're not supposed to have sex in public places.
you mean it's
even in a
illegal?
car?
How do you know this?
I've never told. One time, I
Done one time in band camp.
One time in band camp. There was one point where, I don't know how old I was, 22, 23 maybe. And I was like getting with this guy, my boyfriend, in the car at the local PJs. And a cop knocked on the window.
Oh my god, really?
And it was,
And he wanted a threesome,
Well,
right?
like-
He's like, I got handcuffs.
people are naked in a car. Why would you knock on the window? Like, that's a
You're
creepy
right.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
you
creepy.
film it.
Yeah.
Duh.
Well, you didn't do where the
Jesus.
body cams. I was like, this isn't my
Wait,
car.
did you look up and his chest was pressed up on the window?
Well, it was like he was like knocked on the window, so we had to like roll it down, and I was like hiding. It was so embarrassing. And then he was like, this is illegal, and I was like, that's so cool.
You said cool.
I was like, that's so cool. That's illegal. I didn't know that was illegal.
Yeah.
But then
Wow.
I took that story to my grave. I don't think I've told anyone that.
Wow.
Or maybe I suppressed it. Maybe it's one of those memories.
This is one of your early experiences with your husband, right?
Oh yeah. This was with Nate. Nate is so
Would Nate have sex in a car?
No.
No?
Nate would be so scared that like the cops would come or something bad would happen.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. Nate is he plays by the rules, which is cute because
Okay.
I obviously do not. Like,
There's one fun thing. This girl I dated way back in the day. This is when Hummers first came out.
we were
like
just
the
talking
vehicle
about Hummers the other day. Yeah. Mhm.
And so she was thinking about buying one. So she got one. They let her keep it for the weekend.
No.
And I'm like, I've never been in a Hummer. And she's like, let's have sex in the Hummer. So then we had sex in the Hummer. And then she drove it back and returned it.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of room in that back seat. It's like a big, long bench
Yeah, they're
seat.
massive.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
So every time I see a Hummer, I think, oh, got a Hummer in the Hummer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. What happened to that girl? Dead.
She was married at the time
Oh.
and had a boyfriend that she lived with. There's a lot going on.
Okay, so what I'm gathering, I think
exhausting.
people like it when we're on the podcast together because we're terrible people. And then maybe they listen and they're like, I feel so much
They
better
feel
about
better
myself
about their lives. Yeah.
instead of how I felt.
We're like the opposite of social media where everyone just posts the best, most beautiful things. So,
Yes.
so people feel shitty.
Yeah.
They listen to this and they're like, Jesus.
They're like, they're train wrecks.
They're just having sex in cars all over the place.
They're having sex in cars. They're talking about porn. They want to jump in front of a train. There's too much going on here for just...
drinking.
They're drinking. For all you guys know, it's 9 a.m. It could be 9 a.m.
Wearing a coat you stole.
Yeah.
Looks good though.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, Skies
You
Are
do
Blue.
do you have good taste when you steal stuff?
I try.
Do they make guy stuff?
No, they don't. So, okay, so the origin of this story. Yeah, I'll talk about it. So, I did this event for this woman who owned a boutique. And this is when I started in like marketing and social media. So, I was like young, cute, and fun. And I was like, I want people to come into your store. And she was like, I don't really have a big marketing budget. And I was like, let's throw a party at your store. And
Which I think is your comeback for anything.
anything. I was like, let's throw a party.
My foot hurts. Let's throw a party.
Let's throw a party.
It's cloudy out. Let's throw a party.
So yes, that was the catalyst. I was like, let's
Yeah.
throw a party and have people come in and shop and like drink. So I invited a ton of girls. They all came in, they all shopped, they all drank. People were taking pictures. It was a pretty great event.
Yeah.
And then about 75% of the way through, she leaves the event. And I hear in the background her husband yelling at her.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they were having sex in a car in the parking lot.
No, he was yelling. And I was like, not my monkey, not my circus. Also, don't really care if the check clears. You can do whatever you want behind closed doors. She comes back out in pajamas. And then everyone leaves and she goes, I want you to know I'm really disappointed in this event tonight. And I said, riddle me why, like tell me why. She goes, well, I was expecting to make like $700. And I was like, bold of you to think you're going to make like $700 just to invite people in to shop.
Yeah.
But okay, and I'm the one that's buying all the booze and brought all the food.
Right, yeah.
I had like a personalized cake made that like had their logo on it. And so she was like, I'm really disappointed in you. And then afterwards, which is weird for an older woman just to tell someone that they don't know in general. I was like, okay, whatever. Go kick rocks. Oh my God. So anyway, this woman's like, I'm really disappointed in you. I was like, okay, fine. Whatever. She unfollows me on Instagram, untags herself from everything that I'd posted promoting them, right? And mind you, like
Pretty drastic.
it was
Yeah.
aggressive, but I was like, okay, maybe she's in a bad relationship, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's just
And he was kind of muscling her there.
yeah,
so to
muscling her
speak.
to make
Yeah.
her money back or whatever it is. So, and then I noticed that like anyone that I had referred to go there, like she removed their tags as well. And I was like, that's getting weird.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, who is the main supplier of her store? And it was this brand. So I said, I'm going to get in contact with this brand.
Yeah.
And so I never have to go back to your store ever again. And I will never have to go
Wow.
back. And so now anytime I post with Skies Are Blue, I'm suddenly like, okay.
That's great. So it's a little.
Yeah, it's like stab the knife. And yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Like, don't tell me you're disappointed in me. You're not my mom.
Yeah.
Even my mom wouldn't say
And
that.
you know how to throw a party.
And I know how to throw a party. All my parties are so much fun.
Yeah.
I am a little disappointed that I've never had a party where I've had to throw someone out.
Yeah, you haven't yet?
No.
Have you been thrown out of a party?
Oh, I've been thrown out of a lot of places, yes. Mhm. Most recently, it was the Boscovs at the Concord Mall. Thank you guys so
How do you get
much.
thrown out of Boscov's?
I triggered the alarm because I went behind the perfume counter and refused to move. I was doing a photo shoot. And it...
By a photo shoot, you mean just like you doing selfies?
No. Could you imagine? No. I had a photographer there, but I thought they were going to put me in mall jail. And then I told the
Does
story.
Boscov, God, I hope
No, they
Boscov's has a
don't.
jail.
And I wanted them to because I have my, like, I was going to call Casey and be like, Casey, come get me out of jail and bring your camera because that's so funny.
Yeah.
And my mom like called me after it happened and I talked about it on social media and she was like, do we not give you everything you need in life?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you need to steal from Boscov's? I said, I didn't steal. I was literally behind the perfume counter. I had bought merchandise. I was just taking photos. She's like, that is not appropriate behavior. Okay.
Did they have a Boscov cop to throw you out?
Yeah, not like a cop, but like a security guy. And he was like, I want you to know that you look really pretty, young lady, but I have to escort you out. And I was like, do you really have to escort me? And he was like, no flash photography. Like, I got to do this. And I was like, put me in cuffs.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah, that would be a great photo moment.
It would have been
Yeah.
so funny. But the photographer that I had doing this, Rachel, love you, Rachel. She's been here at Westchester Studios before. She's a scaredy cat. Like, she's very scared of things.
So she really shut down? And you're like, it's a Boscov
Well, she
cop.
was like shaking, like, and I was like, "Babe, you're fine. If we get in trouble, I will make sure you're okay." Like,
I'm surprised
not
you
going
didn't
to
start. I'm surprised when they said, "Excuse me, miss, you have to leave." That you didn't just start running.
running the opposite way.
Just take off running and have her chasing after you, trying to.
I would
That
love
would
that.
have been hysterical.
Well, okay, so
Was he like built like Kevin James?
no, it wasn't mall cop adjacent.
He didn't
was
have
like
one
a
of those,
really
what do you call
elderly
it, the
man.
little-
No, like the little moped things.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool. No, he didn't. But I also thought at the local Applebee's the other night. Do you know the
Got thrown
Applebee's?
out of Applebee's too?
No, I didn't get thrown out. But you know, Applebee's has wine glasses that have a little apple on them.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, so I took 2. And on the way out, I dropped it. There was glass all over. I booked it.
You
I
just took off.
Rainier
So
was like,
you
are
stole
you?
and vandalized.
Well, I was going to have one for me and one for Rainier. And then Rainier was like, I don't want that. And I was like, well, good thing it dropped.
That's yours.
Good thing it dropped.
That's
because
yours. That fell.
That one's yours. Yeah.
Do you use it at all, or you just wanted to have it?
I've used it like 3 times. I love Applebee's, and I just feel like it was meant to be that I took a glass from there. Also, it took them like 20 minutes to get our drinks.
I
which
do
was, like, a lot.
appreciate, though, that now you're a big time celebrity featured in Mainline Today, and you still go to Boscov's and Applebee's. Like, you're not this highfalutin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will always be a chain restaurant girl. A chain, just anything. I love that. I mean, I kind of want to go to PJ's
You
after this.
figure they know what they're doing. There's 400 locations.
Exactly.
You have to worry about those places that only have one location.
Like in Disney Springs last year, when that girl went in and she got like a burger, and they were like, "You're fine. There's no peanuts here," and then she died because it was like cross contamination with peanuts. In Disney Springs, yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's unpleasant.
It is unpleasant.
You know a lot of things you shouldn't know.
Yes, and I contribute that to my best friend Rainier because she tells me everything I should be scared of. We have thermometers that we keep in our bags now from my dad because he uses them at the farm to like measure temperature, I guess. And they're like disposable thermometers that we bring with us to check the temperature of our meat before we eat it.
You really stick it in the meat?
Yeah.
It's fun to say out loud.
You got to make sure it's 165.
You stick
If
it
it's
in
not
the meat.
165,
You stick it in the meat, girl. How far do you stick it in?
I'm going to clip that. And then just tag you and then on social media. So anytime you're trying to apply for a job, it's, do you want to stick it in the meat?
Do you like it after you take it out of the meat? All the juices? All the meat juices?
All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode with me and my buddy Dave Cruz.
In my defense, I've been drinking for a long time.
He's been drinking since 11 a.m. It's 7 p.m. right now. And yeah, see, he's still going. Thank you so much for listening or watching the Taylor Show. You can support us by not hitting these lights. By
Taylor
clicking
merch. Taylor merch.
right down there. Or they're everywhere. TaylorBrickMedia.com. Follow the podcast, rate, subscribe. And if you do rate the podcast, please give us 5 stars. There's a couple 4 stars in there.
Why 4?
Why 4? Why 4?
It's one thing. It's 2 centimeters over.
Like, come. See you guys next week.
Welcome to the Taylor Show. Star your host.